is Chris Romeo, and in this video I'll be breaking down the Nuggets winning the 2023 NBA Championship, baby! Yes, the Nuggets win it all! It's so exciting. For the first time in franchise history after 47 years of long waiting for the Nuggets, they're NBA champions in 2023, beating the Miami Heat in 5 games, 4 games to 1. It's amazing. A fast breakdown before I get into the full recap. Good fight by the Heat in the series. Nuggets went up 1-0 in the series, taking game 1 at home. Then they dropped their first home playoff loss in the entire playoffs, the Nuggets did, in game 2 against the Heat by 3. Then Nuggets win game 3 in Miami, win game 4 in Miami after a big performance by Aaron Gordon. To go up 3 games to 1, winning 2 games in Miami was very impressive by the Nuggets. A great bounce back after losing a disappointing loss at home. And then won game 5 at home in front of their home crowd to win the championship at Ball Arena, 94-89, and to clinch their first ever NBA title. And it was a perfect year for me to go to Denver this year to watch them in the playoffs against the Suns, because the Nuggets eventually won the NBA championship. And it's so exciting. It's a thing of beauty. Before I get into the recap, my MVP of the series, this is kind of a hot take, but I'm going to give it to Aaron Gordon. And the reason why is because the Nuggets didn't win this series because of their offense. They won this series because of their defense. Their offense played very well at times, and on average scored like 108 points. But they held the Heat to 93 points in game 1. Their defense wasn't very good in game 2, the fourth quarter. They held the Heat to 95 games in game 3, 95 again in game 4, and only 89 in game 5. Their defense was a big concern coming to the playoffs, the Nuggets, but it played very well. And most of it was Aaron Gordon and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope coming up big on their defense. And Aaron Gordon, 27 points in game 4. In a game the Nuggets were not supposed to win, but they won it because of Aaron Gordon and Jokic, of course, who is always good. And Aaron Gordon had a couple other great games. So it's kind of a hot take that I have Aaron Gordon as MVP, but I think he was the reason why we won this championship. So in game 1, and this is going to be a breakdown of the Nuggets, and it's going to be my celebration coming up at the end of this video. So in game 1, in the first quarter, Nuggets got off to a pretty solid start. Aaron Gordon had a really good first quarter, had like 11 points, capped off with Nikola Jokic having a good first quarter. Nuggets led by 8. I think it was 29-20, so they led by 9 at the end of the first quarter. Heat weren't scoring very well offensively. Bam Adebayo was the only source of offense going for the Heat in the entire game, really. In the second quarter, Jamal Murray got going, hitting a couple big threes. Nuggets pushed their lead out. Nuggets led by 17 at halftime. Heat offense still not doing very good. Gabe Vincent and Max Strus having off games. Nuggets led by 17 at halftime in the third quarter of game 1. Nuggets kept the pace going, and it was kind of both teams were trading buckets back and forth in the third quarter. Nuggets outscored the Heat by 4 in that going into the fourth quarter. Nuggets led by 21 going into the fourth quarter. Nuggets had complete control of the game. In the fourth quarter, the Heat dominated the fourth quarter in this series, by the way, for the first couple games. The fourth quarter, Heat got off to a good start. They started to chip away at that Nuggets lead. Jimmy Butler started getting going for them. So did Bam Adebayo, who had a really good game. But then the Nuggets were able to get a couple buckets and a couple stops to finish off the deal and get a 104-93 win in game 1. It wasn't a great fourth quarter at all, really, but the Nuggets were able to hang on and win and go up 1-0 in the series. Game 2 in Denver, he got off to a really good start. Our Nuggets offense was not very good. Jimmy Butler was having a good game, so was Max Strus, and everyone was hitting on offense for the Heat. No one was really hitting on offense for the Nuggets. The first quarter of game 1. In the second quarter, Nuggets started coming back a little bit. Jamal Murray got going again, and so did Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray had a really good second quarter, and Nuggets actually took the lead. So the Heat led by 11 in the first quarter. Then all of a sudden, Nuggets went on like a 20-2 run. It had to have been, because the Nuggets eventually took an 11-point lead in the second quarter. Heat came back a little bit, cut it to 6, going at halftime. Nuggets led 57-51 at halftime. Yeah, 57-51. In the third quarter, teams started trading buckets back and forth. Jokic had a really good third quarter, getting a couple and one layups, and stretched the Nuggets lead to 8. Nuggets led 93-85 in the fourth quarter. Nuggets had all the momentum, but all the momentum went completely away in the fourth quarter. The Heat start off the fourth quarter hitting a couple big threes by Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent. All of a sudden, Heat lead by 1. And then Heat get a couple stops on the Denver offense, but a couple of Jokic offensive fouls were kind of BS in my opinion. Excuse my French, but yeah, he stretched their lead out a little bit more. They led by 12 at one point, the Heat, after being down by 8. They led by 12 with about 5 minutes left. Nuggets were in desperation mode. Aaron Gordon hit a 3, who had a good series, and so did Jamal Murray hit a couple big threes. Nuggets all of a sudden cut it to 109-106, down by 3. Bam Adebayo hits a couple free throws to push the Heat lead up by 5 with 40 seconds left. Then the Nuggets get another bucket from Jokic. Then with 15 seconds left, Nuggets get a stop. Jamal Murray has it, and Jamal Murray shoots it at the buzzer for 3 to tie it, but misses. Nuggets lose game 2, 111-108. Disappointing loss, even though we came back in the fourth quarter, but was not a good fourth quarter overall. I mean, we blew an 8-point lead, and yeah, that just can't happen. Game 3, though, it was tight first quarter of game 3. Both teams trading buckets back and forth. Jokic and Murray having a good game. Had a really good game in game 3, but game was tied after the first quarter at 24 apiece. Then both teams continued to trade buckets, but the Nuggets started to get a little bit of a lead. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic having great games, along with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Bruce Brown. Nuggets led by 5 at halftime, and it was 58-53 Nuggets. Then in the third quarter, that's when the Nuggets flipped the switch and started getting going. Jokic and Jamal Murray having great games. Nuggets led by 11, I think, going into the fourth quarter. The Nuggets really had a good third quarter because Christian Brown got going and got a steal and a layup. Nuggets led 93-72 at one point in the third quarter. I think that then at the end, Nuggets led by 15 going into the fourth. Yeah, Christian Brown had a big game, had 15 points. And Jokic and Jamal Murray, I'll tell you their stats at the end of the game. But Heat came back a little bit in the fourth quarter. Like I said, the Heat dominated the fourth quarter for a lot of this series. They came back, cut it to 9, but Nuggets were able to prevail and get the job done. Jokic and Jamal Murray were able to close it out. Nuggets won 108-95 in game 3, in Miami. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic both had 30-point triple-doubles. I think that's like the first time in NBA history that were to happen. And yeah, that's really crazy. And I think it's also the first time in NBA history that Jokic had a 30, 20, and 10 night. I think it's the first time in the NBA Finals has happened. Not in NBA history. And in the NBA Finals, first time it's happened. Jokic and Jamal Murray starting to cement themselves as a top 2 duo all time. In Game 4, in the first quarter in Miami, it was a low-scoring first quarter. Nuggets led by like 2 at the end of 1. Jimmy Butler hit a 3 at the buzzer to give the Heat a 21-20 lead in the first quarter. After Aaron Gordon had a good first quarter, Aaron Gordon continued to have a great second quarter, getting bucket after bucket, and so did Bruce Brown. Our bench came up huge to help Jokic and Jamal Murray. Nuggets led at halftime by 5 or 6. In the third quarter, Nuggets were able to push their lead out a little bit more. Heat started claw back. Both teams traded buckets in the third quarter of Game 4. Jokic and Jamal Murray were scoring. So was Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon also hit a corner 3 at the end of the third quarter to give the Nuggets a 13-point lead. That was huge. Then the Heat started to come back again in the fourth quarter. He started off the fourth quarter on like a 9-0 run. They were able to cut the Nuggets lead down to just 6. I think it was actually 3 at one point that he cut the lead down. It was like 86-83. Nuggets couldn't get a bucket in the fourth quarter. Then Jokic started to take over to get a couple big buckets. So did Bruce Brown. And Nuggets led by 10 with just like 4 minutes left. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hits a big 3 that we needed. Then Bruce Brown ices the game with a 3. And Nuggets win Game 4 to go up 3-1 and take command of the series. 3-1. And Aaron Gordon was the MVP of that game with 27 points. Jokic had a double-double, but Aaron Gordon, like I said, the MVP of this series, I think. 27 points in Game 4. Then Game 5 in Denver. Nuggets got off... So the Heat scored the first 5 points of the game. Then Nuggets went on a 12-0 run. A weird first quarter. Nuggets went up 12-5. Then the Heat retake the lead going on another big run. And Nuggets were playing team basketball, getting some buckets, but they trailed at the end of one. I think they trailed 24-22. And, the offense was struggling. Defense was okay. Second quarter, Heat started to push their lead out a little bit more. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo got going. Heat led 51-42. Then Jokic got a couple big buckets that the Nuggets needed. Nuggets trailed going into halftime 51-44. Then in the third quarter, Nuggets start to come back. Jokic gets one bucket, and then gets a couple stops on defense. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then Nuggets eventually tie at 69 with a Jamal Murray 3. Jamal Murray, I think, hits another 3 to give... I think Jamal Murray ties it at 69. Michael Porter Jr. hits a big 3. Finally gets something going in the series. Michael Porter Jr. gets a big 3 to put the Nuggets up 3. And then the Heat were able to tie it and take the lead eventually. Heat led going into the fourth quarter, I think, like 71-70. In the fourth quarter, Jokic starts it off with a bucket to go up 72-71 off an assist from Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was racking up assists in this series, by the way. And then the Nuggets were able to push their lead out a little bit more with a Bruce Brown bucket and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Often, both teams were trading buckets back and forth, but no teams was scoring very consistently. Jimmy Butler got going. Then, with 4 minutes left, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hits a big 3 to put the Nuggets up 86-79. All of a sudden, here we go. Nuggets up 86-79. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes away from their first ever title. Then, Heat all of a sudden go on an 8-0 run by Jimmy Butler. The Heat take an 87-86 lead. Then they get it to Jokic in the paint. Jokic scores to put the Nuggets up 88-87. Heat take the lead again, 89-88. A minute and a half remaining. Jokic on a fall-away, misses. Bruce Brown gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up and in to put the Nuggets up 90-89 with a minute left. Then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope gets a steal. Then he gets fouled eventually to put Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the line. He hits both free throws to put the Nuggets up 3, 92-89 with 30 seconds left. Nuggets just need a couple more stops. They give it to Kyle Lowry for 3. He misses, can't bake it in. Bruce Brown with the rebound, gets fouled. Bruce Brown hits both free throws with 14 seconds left. Nuggets just one stop away from the championship. The Heat throw up a 3 to try to keep the game going. Misses. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope get the rebound. And the crowd goes crazy at Ball Arena for the Nuggets to win their first ever championship. It is so exciting. Yes, sir. The Nuggets win the championship in 5 games. I'm going to lose my voice. I'm so excited. And to cap it off, the Nuggets winning the championship. Jokic wins the Finals MVP like he should have, even though my MVP of the series is Aaron Gordon. And because the Nuggets won the series because of defense. And now it is time for the celebration, baby. The Nuggets win the championship, baby! And now, it's time for me to sing a song before I get into my celebration. I've paid my dues, time after time. Actually, let me pause the video. Alright, so I'm back. So, I've paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, our defense made a few. I've had my shells and kicks in my face, but the Nuggets came through. We beat the T-Wolves, Suns, Lakers, Heat, and we are the champions, my friends. And then Denver Nuggets kept on fighting till the end. The Nuggets are the champions. The Denver Nuggets are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause the Denver Nuggets are the champions of the world. Yes, sir, the Nuggets win it, baby. And that means I get to celebrate. I don't have my music with me because of my computer, but hey, the Nuggets win it, baby. Just like when the Avalanche won the championship last year, it's time to celebrate. Oh, baby. Yeah, I already did some celebrating, but this is my celebrating for my YouTube video. Nuggets win the championship, baby! Let's go! Woo! Nuggets win the championship! We did it, baby! Woo! Woo! Oh, that's so cold. We did it. I'm gonna regret dumping that pop on myself later. But just like when the Avalanche won it last year, the Nuggets win the championship for their first time in history this year. We are the champions, my friends. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's celebration time. I'm going to be able to celebrate this championship for the rest of the summer. Is this the best summer of my life? Yeah, baby! Nuggets win the championship! For the first time ever, we did it, baby! Woo! We are the champions. But yeah, thank you for watching my Nuggets content and my Broncos content all season. And thank you for watching this YouTube video. And yeah, the Nuggets are champions for the first time in their history. Yeah, beating the Heat in 5, and now it's time to celebrate. We are the champions. Yep, Nuggets win it all. But like, subscribe, comment. Please watch this video to watch this epic celebration and watch this epic recap of the Nuggets winning the championship in 2023. But that's it, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm Chris Romeo, and that's Good Denver. Nuggets are champs, baby!